Hello, I'm Yolanda Greaves, the host of Around the Clock. Today we are sitting and talking with Peter Comedian. Peter, welcome back to
Thank you
Around
very
the Clock.
much. Yep, glad to be.
We have brought Peter back because he is getting ready for his next Kidde Fenwal car show happening on September 13th, and we thought we'd catch up a little bit.
Appreciate that very much.
September 13th, what year is this? How many years have you been
This
doing
will
the
be
car show?
actually our 13th year.
13th
So September 13th, and it's our 13th year.
Ooh, that's a good number.
Yeah,
That's
I
lucky.
hope so.
Oh, come on, that's lucky. 13 in the
Yeah.
13th year.
Yeah.
Peter, what made you want to start this car show?
Actually, I worked for Kidde Fenwal. I recently retired a few years ago, and we had a Relay for Life team. And Relay for Life is a team that would do certain events to raise money for American Cancer Society. And we used to do a whole bunch of events, golf tournaments, comedy shows, and then someone came up with the idea. One of the girls in the group came up with the idea. It's a receptionist, actually. And said, why don't we try a car show? Okay. And we had no idea what a car show, how to do it, or anything. Real serious. So we had a car show, and our first year, 13 years ago, we had 50 cars.
Okay.
And so since then, we've been doing it every year.
Yep.
And now last year, we had 350 cars.
350 cars. Okay, so I've been to the car show a couple times. We've talked about it. What does that mean, a car show? You know, because can anybody bring their car? Like, what do you see at a car show?
It's called a car show, but you can bring a car, you can bring a truck, you can bring a motorcycle. Anything that anything that you want, you can come. We don't have any exclusions.
Okay.
And we'll just have just about everything you can possibly think of. We haven't had go-karts, but we've had, I'm trying to think of the word, hot rods, 1930s, 1940s, anything from we've had cars from 1920s to the current cars. Yeah, someone just bought a brand new
What was the
car.
very oldest car that you've ever had? Do you remember that?
I'm going to probably think it was probably like a 1925, something like that. We got quite a few 1930s, 31s.
Mm-hmm. And what would a car, I mean, I'm sure I've seen pictures. What would a car from 1925 or 30 look like?
Oh, Michael. What would it look like?
I mean, I can sort of picture it, but not really.
I don't really know how to explain what that would look like. But,
so cars from as old as from the 1930s.
Yeah.
What have you found makes people want to buy a car like that? And obviously they're going to they're not just bringing you the old junky looking cars, right?
Yeah.
What motivates people to redo those cars and bring them back?
You see a lot of times where, people in high school, they start when they were high school or whatever, and they just fell in love in cars, Yeah. And at that point in time, there were a lot of car clubs that were establishing, way back, I'd say, back in the 60s when cars really started to get popular as far as car shows and stuff like that. And so then car clubs were formed, and it's just, I'll tell you, the craziest thing is that I was never a car person.
Okay, because that was going to be my next question. Car show. How has it impacted you doing this car show?
Well, I was never a car person.
Yeah.
And I became one after we started doing these shows.
Okay.
Matter of fact, my good friend Ed Rose sort of convinced me to go get into cars, and so I started.
So do you now have some?
I've got a 31 hot rod, and I have a 1992 Corvette. But I have two.
Did you say you gotta have two?
You gotta have two, right? But there are a lot of people that have four, that have five. And it's kind of great. The nice thing is, people like to show their cars off.
Yeah.
They're proud of the work they did.
Yeah.
And they're the nicest people in that, they come to my car show and they're thanking me. Thank you, Pete, for giving us a place to go. And that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
That people would even say that. We charge them like $10 to come into the show, which is very minor.
Yeah.
They're so appreciative, and they love to talk to people about their car. And as far as kids coming, Oh, they'll let kids sit in their cars. You know,
That's fun.
they really do. The young kids will come in, honk the horn. You know, they're so down to earth. And they're so proud about their cars, and they like talking to other people
About cars.
about their cars, and you know, and other people that own cars and stuff like that. That it's just it's a great time. It really is a great time.
What has been the most unique car that you've had at the car show? Oh, okay.
And she'll bring this car, and it's this car is probably worth in the millions.
Really? Wow.
So, it's a Ferrari, and it's amazing.
And she drives it in, or?
I actually, I think she is going to be driving it, or her husband.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, that's the highlight of the show.
Okay. Okay. What's the age group of people that are bringing these cars in? Younger, older, mixed?
You know, I'd say mostly people probably in their 50s or 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously 70s too, but that's probably the range. But they're young people that come. I mean, it's sports cars, you know, hot rods. Yeah, who doesn't like it?
Right.
Who doesn't like to hear it? You know, who doesn't like to hear these cars coming in?
Yeah.
You know, and roaring and stuff like that. And it's interesting how many kids we see. A lot of kids, young kids, coming from where the soccer, where they have soccer in the morning, and they see that the signs up saying there's a car show. They'll come. It's amazing how many young kids I have coming.
Yeah.
And which I sort of like because, you know, the Ashland Fire Department will be coming.
Oh, fun. With their own fire truck?
Yeah, they have an old fire truck, and they also come with the ladder, the big ladder for the kids to climb. You know, to see whatever.
Cool. Yeah.
The police department comes, so it's a fun event. It really is. That's what it is. What's
the furthest away anyone has ever come from bringing a car?
We had a guy come from New York, 4-hour ride just outside of New York City, and he always used to come. And the first time he came, I said, "You came from New York?" He goes, "Yeah, Peter, I was kind of bored, and I thought I'd come for a ride, a circle show." Really? Yeah. So,
fun.
But it was interesting. He had a great story to tell as to why he come, and a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And you know, to talk a little about cancer, and I gotta say this is the woman I mentioned you before who came up with the idea of doing a car show.
Yeah.
She retired. And within a year, not having cancer, passed away from cancer.
Oh.
So that's another thing that drives me to do the show. And also, we give out we have sponsors. We got 70 sponsors, and each sponsor is going to get to pick an award.
That's
all right?
Great.
To pick out a trophy to give out to the car. And but also anybody that's been impacted by cancer that wants us to recognize that person, we'll give out an award in memory of.
Oh, that's nice.
And so we give out an award in memory of. She's one of the ones that we do.
Yeah.
We have another couple of people in town that we do.
Yep.
Chris Beat.
Yeah.
Chris Beaton was the teacher
at the high school.
At the high school.
Yeah.
You know, what a sad story that was.
Yeah.
We do an award.
I actually remember a number of years ago running into him still, you know, at the car show, and I hadn't seen him in a while because I hadn't been doing as much stuff in the school, so that's a nice thing.
Chris would come. Technically the show starts at 9, but we know people are going to show at 8.
Right.
Chris would show up at 6:30. So, and we have people that do that.
Right.
You know, which is fine. We're ready for them by 7. We're ready.
Now, an event like this obviously is not just you. Who else helps? What kind of support do you have for this event?
We got quite a few people that do help. It used to be a lot from employees at Kidde Fenwal, but there's been a lot of change at the company.
Yeah.
And that's connections. It's still there. So there's a few people from Kidde Fenwal.
Yep.
But we have some people in town that they're a big help for me. Ed Rose is a big help for me.
Well, he's a car guy, so
he's a car guy, right. But it's interesting, you know, a lot of the companies in town are my sponsors.
Right.
Okay. And I could go on and on and on for how many there are.
Right.
Because it says 70, so I apologize. I'm afraid
I wouldn't ask you to list
right.
any because then you
Right.
might miss some.
Right, and I don't
So
do that.
if someone who watches this interview, do you have a website that they could go to see who all your sponsors are? Or?
Actually, see, you're getting too technical on
Oh, okay.
I try to keep things simple because I don't have the staff that whatever.
Right.
But we have a Facebook page.
Okay.
Just look up if you look up Kidde Fenwal Car Show.
Okay.
There'll be a Facebook page.
Good.
But just look around town. You'll see plenty of signs advertising that show.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's always a fun time every time I come by and just I'll admit I'm not a car person. I have some friends who are, and I always say, and why do you have extra cars? And they go, why does your husband have extra tools? I'm like, okay, you're either a car guy or a tool guy. So you charge the people with the cars to come and participate.
We charge $10. I try to keep it low because every time they go to car shows, they get in here for $20, $25.
Okay.
I say, you know what? Give these guys a break.
Right.
And they all have good hearts as far as they want to know it's going to a good cause.
Right.
Too.
Right.
And in fact, a lot of them complain to me, Pete, why are you charging so little?
Right.
And I said, no, you know what? I can get money elsewise through sponsorship.
Right.
Let us raise it. Let us raise it that way versus you guys, the car people, always happen to pay.
Yeah. So then if I want to come see the cars, is there a charge for people to come in and see?
Good question. I don't charge any of the spectators. Okay. We do have places that if they want to make a donation, they can make a donation. Now, we never used to do that. Like 3 years ago, we never used to do that. But when COVID hit, we had to have people sign in. I said, okay, if they have to sign in, then we'll just put a jar out there. And I'll tell you, in donations for the day, in 3 hours, let's say, we made close to $4,000 in people just making donations. And we don't, it's all voluntary. All voluntary. Because who hasn't been impacted by cancer?
I was just going to say that. Who hasn't in some way, either someone close to them? I mean, I know I've lost a couple of people very close to me to cancer. And I know people who have dealt with cancer and have survived cancer. So it's one of those just horrible diseases that doesn't discriminate. It could be anybody.
Yeah. And then that's what I think drives me to do that.
Yeah.
And it's funny, asking for help, right? I get a lot of people I play pickleball with.
Yep.
And I got a whole bunch of them volunteer to help. So
that's great.
A lot of Claudia Rose helps out in the registration. She's my main person in the registration area. She has friends that come to do it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. It's kind of funny. I like to get, not to be sexist, but I like to get the women to help. All right?
I get that.
Because once I get them, they all come back and repeat, we had the best time we ever had.
Yeah.
But also, I let the volunteers actually give an reward.
Oh, nice.
So all the people all the volunteers get a chance to give an award.
Yeah.
It's a nice plaque. They go pick it up in a car, any car they want.
Yeah.
And just basically say thanks for coming. Yeah. And they give them it's called the Volunteer Choice Award.
Oh, nice.
And we give out about 40 of those. Okay. And what I like about it is, I hate car judging. I'm totally against, you go to these shows and everybody judges how clean your car was. Right. No, I'm here for fun.
Okay.
We're here for fun, right? And I like it that they get involved in that. Hey, just go pick some guy that you like.
Right.
Maybe this one that you had in high school, or whatever.
Okay, so if I needed to pick one that I had in high school, you have to have a Ford Fiesta sitting there, which probably will never show up.
I know. So we try to make it fun.
Yeah.
We have an ice cream truck that comes. All right. We got a DJ that's there. We used to have a band. Unfortunately, something's happened with health issues. Yeah. They won't be there this year.
The Lions are always there to feed people breakfast and lunch.
Lions for breakfast and lunch. Yep. Come have fun. That's what I said. Come have fun. That's what this is about.
So there's parking in back of Kidde Fenwal.
Yep.
Do you have any overflow parking lined up or?
Well, I think as far as visitors, there's plenty of room in the back parking lot for them to park.
Great.
Because usually they're gonna come and go. They'll come for an hour or two and leave.
Yeah.
As far as the cars, I mean, I've got a big meeting tomorrow to try to how we squeeze these cars in. Because last year with the 350 cars, You know, we try to leave some space, you know, to
Right,
make people
right.
comfortable. We may have to pack them just a little bit.
A little closer
Come up
together.
come up with a different scheme, right? Because it just keeps growing. It keeps
Yeah.
growing year after year. And I think the reason why we grow is because not only is it a good cause, but people have fun.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Pete, we came to your show, we had fun. Great. That's what I want to hear.
Well, that sounds like a good reason. I mean, it's fun and it's for a good cause. Why
Yep,
wouldn't people
that's
want to come?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Great.
Yep.
Well, I look forward to it. I love stopping by every year and looking at all the cars, and of course, I get my ride in the golf cart. So
The 69 Harley Davidson golf cart. You won't find many of those around.
good.
But I would like to say a couple of things.
Sure,
A couple
please
of people
do.
that a couple of I would like to mention. All right, Susan Roby.
Yep.
Susan, you know, I remember 13 years ago calling her up and, hey Susan, can I use the common area to put up a sign? And, you know,
Yep.
and every year I give Susan that call, and she's always there
Yep.
to help. She's such a great help.
Yeah.
I think even with the police chief now is now involved, and she wants to be there,
That's
be
great.
involved in it. The fire department's there. It's so good to see that the town has really got involved in this.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Good.
They're a big help.
Well, and I think from a town perspective, it's a partnership, right? You're the one doing it. You're the one, but we as a town, we want to support that because it's a good cause. And as you said, what I think is always great with events like this is you're bringing people into town. So there's a good chance that when they come in, they're going to come to your car show, but maybe they're going to hang out and go to dinner or go to the farmer's market or something related to it. So I think events like this that bring people in are a win-win for everybody involved.
Yep.
Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, I'm dying to find. I want to see Joe Mignani get in a rumble seat.
Oh,
I know he was trying to get.
joked about rumble
Yeah, I know.
seats.
I want to see him try to get in a rumble seat. All right.
You know what? If that happens, I'd love to see footage of that as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, Peter, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for sharing your story about this car show. How much do you think you've raised in the 13 years that you've been doing this? And what's your long-term goal?
I'd say over $200,000.
Yeah.
And again, we're growing. We're gonna.
Yeah.
If I think we're gonna probably raise this year anywhere in between the $25,000 and $30,000.
Nice.
All for cancer.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it's a good feeling from.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling from that standpoint.
Good.
So yeah.
Well, Peter, thanks for coming in.
Yep. Well, thank
We'll
you
pray
so
to the
much.
non-rain gods. And that you
There's
have
no such word. That's a four-letter word. You know,
Oh.
such a four-letter.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
But thanks again.
You are very
much
welcome.
appreciated.
Well, thanks for watching this special interview with Peter Comedian for the Kidde Fenwal Car Show that is happening on Saturday, September 13th. What are the times that people can come look at cars?
Well, unofficially, I'd say if you're coming just to look at cars, I would come anywhere from between 9 and noon time.
Okay. And if you want to bring your car,
Bring cars.
come on over. $10.
Yep, $10, and we're ready to accept your win by 8. So
Great.
come join the fun.
Sounds good. Peter, thank you so much.
you.
Thanks for watching this segment of Around the Clock.